There we go. That's on, and yeah, we'll be streaming shortly. There we go. We'll get this on, and yeah, we'll be streaming shortly. There we go. We'll get this on, and yeah, we'll be streaming shortly. There we go. We'll get this on, and yeah, we'll be. Yeah, I just couldn't get a good angle on it. That's the way she goes. Yeah, I just couldn't get a good angle on it. That's the way she goes. Yeah, I just couldn't get a good angle on it. That's the way she goes. Yeah, I just couldn't get a good angle on it. That's the way she goes. Okay, well, what can we do then? Well, what can we do then? It needs to face me. What can we do? Yeah, but then this looks. Let's get something that doesn't look. It needs to face me. What can we do? Yeah, but then this looks. Let's get something that doesn't. Oh, there's an echo. Okay, one sec. Oop. Is that better? I've just killed the desktop audio.
Adjust the camera.
Yeah. Let's see. And ice. Yeah, but you can see my groin.
Yes. So
okay. Just gotta.
Try to get it worn up.
Yeah. That's a bit too high. Let's just go back to what we had. There we go. That's better. I think this one's fine. All right, so get going in a couple minutes here. No. Just for anyone tuning in, thank you. We're just gonna wait. I think I said around 10 p.m. and then we can just get these boxes open. It's a premium booster, so this should go pretty quickly. That's what I think. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy to be finally getting the Macross Delta cards here, and took a while because we did have a bit of a manufacturing delay in Japan, which the manufacturing delay didn't affect the ability to buy in Japan. They mostly just put the product to Japanese players first, and then they sent anything going overseas about a week later. So I was hoping I'd get these around the 25th of January, but we're now on February 1st, but we got them, and that's all that matters. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wild Wild Weiss, the community stream and podcast for Calgary Weiss Schwarz. Today, we're going to be opening up Macross Delta. So, just to kind of give a bit of a background on what we are looking for here in Macross Delta. The set itself mostly focuses on Wild Cure. The key cards that we're looking for are Hayate and Freyja, which is a very powerful climax combo that allows you to damage your opponent, basically force them to refresh, missing 2 of their climaxes or heal. We're looking for a Mikumo that is basically like Danmachi, where when one of your attacks cancels, you can burn for big damage. We're also looking for a Mikumo that can bounce your opponent's characters back to hand to make everything roll a lot easier. And there's a really cool Reina that works with a mechanic called Link that we're looking for, and I'm going to explain that as we go along. So here is our master case. Sorry, not master case. Sorry, here's our case. we have premium set Macross Delta, just written in Japanese here. And kind of a little bit of a note. You don't always see this, but we have something that says... Oh, we're going to transition the scene here. There we go. So here's the case. It says Macross Delta in Japanese here. And we also have a little sticker that says America to note where it's going. And that's probably also because they were delaying shipment to the rest of the world because of some manufacturing issues they had. So we're just going to quickly open this guy up. It has its street date on it as well. So let's get going. More, so we're just going to open this guy up. We'll look at a box, and then we'll get to opening packs. So the interesting thing about the premium boosters is that unlike a regular Weiss Schwarz set, where you have about 10 cards in varying rarities, and we'll see this once we actually get this sucker open, because they actually do a really nice tape job on this guy. So there we have it. We've got our Macross Delta boxes. Nice and shiny, and compared to a regular Weiss box, these boxes are about half the size of a regular Weiss box. So 2 of these is about the size of a regular one, but this is the box that we're going to be opening today. And we have what looks like about 30 of these guys to go through. And as you can see, they're quite thin compared to a regular Weiss box, so we're going to be going through these quite quickly. They actually only have 6 packs inside of them, so we're going to be opening these very quickly. And inside these 6 packs, there's only 3 cards in each. So each of these boxes we're not going to spend a lot of time on. Very exciting. Your case is still in the mail. Hopefully that you get yours soon and that we can all play some Weiss Schwarz together. What we're thinking is we should get it from a case this size. We should get at least 1 playset. So then, the art on the package itself is the poster for the TV anime Macross Delta. So, first pack. Let's hope we get some good opens. I'm gonna try and open one very carefully from the bottom as well to try and preserve the pack because I do like to keep that sort of thing. So the first thing we open is we get the DCR of the Yami Reina. So the Yami Reina herself is a really cool card. So she's part of the evil Yami Kyurei, and they're all about disrupting Wild Kyurei. And the card itself is fantastic. It has 2 modes. You can tap itself, pay 1, brainstorm 4, and salvage, or you can tap 2, pay 1, brainstorm 4, and do damage for each climax you hit instead. Very, very powerful card. So, as you can see, very small packs, and hopefully we get to see some very cool cards on stream today. I'm really hoping for a sign card, although the signs are for the characters themselves instead of the voice actresses, so unfortunately there's no Nao Toyama signature for me, but there is a little signature from Reina herself. So that's actually pretty neat. And just got to get these guys out. And we've got Oniya Girl is the shiny from this pack. It is Makina, one of Walkyr's members' songs from the album Walkyr Trap. This probably isn't a card you play in a deck, but it's kind of cool. These 2 cards, however, are. So this Messer is part of a combo with Kaname that's based around the very popular song from the anime and first movie, Axia, where when Messer reverses his opponent, he goes to memory, comes back next turn. And this Makina is a very good support card. When it's reversed, you can pay 1, look at top 2. Sorry, pay 1, clock yourself, look at top 2 cards. And if those are both characters, you can add them to hand. Very good cards. Got our next pack opened here. I've got my wife, Miko, here helping me out as well. So we can open more. Pardon? Yeah, having a few more open would be nice. And we have the DCR on this Freyja. This is a very good card because on play you can pay 1, ditch 1, salvage. And that's just a really good profile, give 1,000. And your second profile is you can pay 1, send this to waiting room. If one of your characters is front attack, you can turn that character back to your hand. some Macross Delta builds can be quite light on stock, so you're going to be able to use this. The main build might not be, and you probably need to target about 10 stock, 7 stock. So, Miko's been opening some cards on the side, and we've got some really nice opens here. So this is the Reina link I was talking about. So this character, you can pay 1, tap Reina, and you start taking cards out of the bottom of your deck until you get to 5 left in your deck. If there's 4 different named climaxes in there, 4 different names, you get this really cool ability where you just get to refresh for free at the end of your turn. And she has a Brainstorm on her as well, so she's not a dead card when you're not doing that. This card here, this very nice shiny one, is the climax combo we're aiming for. This is Hayate and Freyja. So what they do is, as I described at the top, they get 3 abilities. You can either heal, draw, refresh your opponent with only 2 climaxes, or burn 2. Now, what's interesting about that climax is this card here. So these 2 go together. This is Hayate with Hayate and Freyja. Hayate lets you do 2 of the abilities if you pay 1, ditch 2. So we're also then we have some other cards here that we're going to get when we see the shiny version. This is the Yami Q-Ray for Mikumo. This card is bad, we don't play it, but it's kind of pretty, and it might be fun to play in a Yami Q-Ray deck. Another one that... Oh, and here is our sign from the box. If we have any Kaname fans, we have a signature from Kaname. This one was opened by Miko and set aside for me, so thank you, Miko. And this card is very cool because when it goes to waiting room... Sorry, when you play this... When this goes to waiting room, you can drop a card from your hand, look at top 4. If there's a level 1 or higher, including events, you can add that to your hand. Very good profile. So this card is a very nice pickup, and I know some Kaname fans who might be very happy to see this as well. Let's quickly open here. We've got another pack and another box. That is a good Kaname. Yes, it is, for Freedom. Yes, it is. We've got another shiny version of that Yami Reina. Very good card. And these 2 cards are interesting support cards. You might play this 1-0, but you probably won't play the 2-2 because we only have 1 standby. Speaking about that standby, here it is. That's Geriatric Beginner, which is the song that Reina and Makina perform together. It's a good... Having standby is good, and I think you're actually going to be able to get more play out of Macross Frontier using the standby cards. This Kaname card is nice. It's an anti-change, anti-above level character. Very good. This card is also this is the bouncing Mikumo I was talking about earlier. You can play it and ditch a card from your hand to salvage character, send it to waiting room to just bounce any character from field to hand to your opponent's hand. So what this means is that if your opponent has, say, something blocking burns, which this deck does a lot of, you can just get rid of it. So you don't have to worry about Shakugan no Shana. We have our first shiny climax. This is Diva in Abyss, which activates this climax combo. So these 2 go together. Is my camera appears to have frozen. Are we still good? But we got Diva in Abyss. Very nice profile. 1 second. Yeah, frozen here too. Okay. 1 second. Is the camera... I'm just gonna check the camera to make sure it's still plugged in. We're working with a new I got a new computer here, so we're still gonna be ironing out some of the glitches. It's got a Miku case. That's pretty fun. Is the connection good? Everything's plugged in. Do you want to just unplug the webcam and plug it into the computer proper? Or is the computer... It's not gonna go. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna transition away while we get the webcam issue sorted. But so far, so good. We've seen some shiny cards, of cards that we're actually going to play. Refresh the source in OBS. Okay. How do I do? Where do I do that? this is where we learn that I don't actually fully understand OBS. So how do I refresh this? Configure video, configure crossbar, device default, 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 default. Okay. How do I refresh this? That's neat. Preview scaling. Form, scale filtering. Yeah, because if this just dies, that's very not fun. Okay, it's only how to activate. Oh, there we go. We're fixed. We're fixed. And we're back. I have learned something about OBS. So yeah, these two cards go together, Diva and Abyss, and so Diva and Abyss is a 2-soul. This is a funny combo, but I don't think you play it. On to the next one. Let's see what we got here. So we have another copy of the Mirage backup, and a 1-0 Mikumo that, this is the shiny card. Mostly what it does is it pumps power to your other characters. It's kind of interesting, and I think it will see some play. Otherwise, we have an anti-soul backup and a Reina that is nice in standby decks. Just keeping my space organized here as we move on to the next pack. There we go. Let's see what we got here. So, we have, this card is kind of nice in very aggressive decks. So this is all of Valkyr, and what it does is if you put 2 cards back into your deck, when you play this, you can give a character the ability to side without penalty, so you can do whatever finisher effect you can without worrying about your opponent backing up. We also have a Climax Swapper. There's going to be a cooler Climax Swapper coming to Macross in the Shooting Insight game. That this was supposed to come out on the same day as Shooting Insight, but Shooting Insight got delayed until March. Then we move on to the next pack here. And just see what other cool stuff we've got. We have this Kaname that's on the top of the pack is actually really cool. What she does is she has 2 soul. If one of your characters is front attack, you can send Kaname to the waiting room to give it 1500 power. It has 2 soul, which is really cool. We have the Link Reina again, and we have this Mikumo is really cool. So she had, if all your characters are music, which they pretty much, or pilot, which in Macross it's either a music or a pilot, with except for a few characters in Macross Frontier that are only max. And her second ability is that start your opponent's attack phase, you can mill a card off the top of your deck. If it is a character that's 2 or lower, if it's front attack, bounce to hand. Very powerful profile in the early game. We really like to see it. Got another copy of Diva and Abyss, and we have another different Mikumo. And this Mikumo, on play, you can send a character from your waiting room to clock to search for a 1 or lower character. Just a very strong profile to get you started early in the game. We like it, and we like it more in shiny. And we got, this is the Kaname Climax combo that kind of lets decks cook. So what you do is you can summon when this attacks, summon a character. And you can only attack 3 times still, but you still get a lot of characters in. You get Messer in, and you do some nut stuff. We really like this profile, especially in the Link deck, because you basically treat this as a search all when we see the 2-0 Mikumo eventually. Continuing on, we see another copy of Yami Kure, and we get a shiny version of this event. This event in particular is actually a reprint of an event from Macross Frontier. And then what this event also does is you refresh your deck and turn one of your characters into a reverser. I don't know if you play this card in many decks, especially not the Link deck, because the Reina just does what this card wants to do better. On to the next. Let's see what we got here. So Ikanai Borderline is the ending. Lol, that text box. Oh yeah. It's not the worst text box we've seen in a Weiss card. Sao had one that made the shape of an L, but this one being horizontal is very funny. Ikanai Borderline is Mikumo's song. It's also one of the first songs you see in episode 1. Became instantly popular, and it's a very nice climax combo piece we have. Here's the shiny version of that climax swapper we saw earlier. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I like the way they did the holographic on it, where it's mostly the background that's shiny, and it really makes the characters stand out. I think they did a fantastic job on the foiling in this set. So I'm really happy with that. There we go. So we have a shiny version of Halation the War with All of Valkyr. This is one of the songs that they've continued to do early in the series. Any big hits so far? We have a signed Kaname, which is a very nice hit. I'm just going to show that again. We've got the Kaname, and it's got her signature. Kaname fans are rabid, so hopefully, well, I know a few, so there might be some interest. So that's the hits we've seen so far. Otherwise, I've just seen a lot of really cool stuff that I'm very happy to see. And we're moving through the boxes at a decent pace. And we've got this card here, before we go to the shiny, is very cool. So when you play her, you can randomly send one of your opponent's characters to one of your opponent's cards from their hand to memory, and it doesn't come back until the end of their turn. So you can inadvertently do some very funny stuff to your opponent. It also has 2 souls and a soul trigger. Very fun card at level 1. I like it a lot. This Hayate bonds a different brainstorm and becomes a runner. Very nice. It's a neat card. This climax combo is with a climax combo we're going to see, Cosmic Movement, another early Valkyr song, and it's just really nice. You can either look at top 4, take a character, or salvage a level 2 or higher character. Very, very nice combo piece. If you're not playing Link, you play this. Very good card. Very cute Freyja. So this Kaname is a very interesting card because it's you can give something on reverse salvage. Just a nice low profile. If you're not playing the kind of the mainline decks, which all have their backlines kind of spoken for, you might play this. The other thing we have here is this is one of the combo pieces with Ikanai Borderline. At the end of your turn, you can get rid of Ikanai Borderline and salvage 2. So you play this with the Kaname and Link, where you basically just get to salvage anything because you've turned your deck over. This is a very cool card. Moving on, we have this card is kind of interesting. You mostly play it in standby decks. It can't be reversed by cost zeros, so this would stop something like Overlord. Very, very neat, but you only have 1 standby, so you can't really be playing an 8 standby deck in Macross Delta. So a lot of these nice standby tools that Macross Delta has, you can't really use. Unless we get like a promo standby trigger at some point, but I doubt that's going to happen. We've got another shiny version. We got a shiny version of Hayate, which is very cool again. We like him. This card, Captain Max, very cool. This is the character who's appeared in the most iterations of Macross. You can't play him. He's not very good. Which is sad because Captain Max is very cool. Daddy Max. Granddaddy Max. He is Mirage's grandfather. So we've got another copy of Hayate and Freyja, very important card. Another copy of this very good level 0. And we've got a shiny of our Love Triangle participants, Mirage and Freyja. It's an oversized drop searcher. Very nice card, and its drawback, your opponents get Encore 2 in the early game is not a big deal. Very nice card. We like it. Okay. And then we've got Ikanai Borderline, different art this time. We've got Freyja reacting, very fun. And then we also have this Brainstormer. At the start of your climax phase, you just get to scry 1. Helps you plan your attacks a little, kind of nice. But more importantly, tap, pay 1, Brainstorm, look at 3, draw. Look at 3, choose 1. Very nice. You play it so you can scout your hand quite nicely. Okay, so this Reina that we just opened here, the 2/1, is kind of nice because you can pay 1, tap her, and send one of your characters from field to stock. So this helps you build stock in your more aggro decks. I like her a lot. And then this shiny one here is another, it's a finisher. It is Mocha for 3, so look at your top 3 cards of your deck, throw out the ones you don't want, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, throw out the 3 you don't want. You can play this in Link if you don't want it, if you don't think you can go for triple Hayate Freyja. And it also heals on play, which is nice. And it also combos with the level 2 combo, so it's a bit more stable if you don't get your Link off. Nice. It's a nice card. I'm not fully sold on Mochas, but you know what? It probably has its place in the Link deck at the very least.
Like Mochas, but you love hot chocolate.
I do love hot chocolate. So we've got a shiny version of Geriatric Beginner, and it's got that very nice, cute art of Makina and Reina. They love each other. And then we've got the climax combo that goes with Hayate and Freyja. The scene that this is from, it's beautiful. I love it. It is the climax of Zetai Live, the most recent Macross Delta movie that ends the series. I love it. If you haven't had a chance, go watch it. And we've seen a shiny version of this card before. Moving on. We have Cosmic Movement. So this combos with the Freyja that we saw earlier. We have a Mirage, which is a nice backup. And we have Holographic Daddy Max. And as we could see, this is really cool. So they actually, unlike they don't have foiling on most of Max, but they do have foiling on his helmet visor. Very cool. Probably the best bet is that Delta doesn't have 2 standby. Yeah, the level 3 is annoying. Yeah, I agree with that. I just think there's a lot of cool things in Delta that you can do with Frontier as well that makes standby legitimately interesting. But that's also just because I play old cards and have no regard for myself. This Freyja is very cool. So if all your other characters are music, which is a if you have 2 or fewer stock, she gains 1/5, and she can move to a slot where your opponent has a character. Very nice interceptor card. We like interceptors. So, let's quickly move on. You know what? I'm just going to put our signed card here just so we remember that she's here. And that she is Kaname. We love it. All right. Speaking of Reina, here is the signed 3/2 Reina. I am a big Now Toyama guy. And so I'm very happy that we got this. If you haven't had a chance, during COVID, Now did some cooking videos on her YouTube, and it's bachelor cooking, but with a Valkyrie idol. So, the Reina is definitely a card you want to play from hand, because you give your opponent your abilities minus 1,000, so it doesn't really fit as nicely as you would like in a standby. But on attack, it has Icy Tail, which is kind of nice in a standby build. Speak of her, she will appear at SP. Funny story about this SP2. So, Now Toyama was opening packs on the Macross stream, and she opened this card. She opened her own sign. Very funny stuff. So, talking about speaking her name and she'll appear, that has happened. So, Itachi, I promise. And we've got another shiny version of that nice Ricky profile. We like that a lot. And we've got more of this card, which I am going to put into my Macross Frontier builds. I'm going to write up a list for a pretty spicy Frontier Delta list where we abuse Ronka to bring cards in early. We've got another shiny Hayate, so that's kind of nice. We're probably going to get a playset of him. And we've got Love Triangle and Messer. There we go. Got another copy of Geriatric Beginner. And this, again, this is just a really key card, so I'm glad that I'm seeing multiple of it in holographic. No abusing Ronka, please. I will not abuse Ronka, but I will. I promise I will make great decks for Ronka. I'm still trying to think of a way to do a Cheryl build, but it hasn't come to me yet. This card is very funny, because this card is just a reprint of Clan from Macross Frontier, except unlike Clan, who didn't give herself Hand Encore, she gives herself Hand Encore. Very funny card. Only the best for Ronka. True, only the best for Cheryl. Even better for Cheryl. Alright, let's see what we got in here. We got another copy of Reina, and another one of this Love Triangle card, and we've got a another Freyja Chaser. Very happy to see what we're seeing so far. Alright, so we've got the 1/1 Reina, which is a standby target. Again, we're not playing standby, so not much to see here. This Mikumo is the other top end that you would consider playing in Macross Delta. Hey, Dragon MZ. The combo is like you see in Danmachi, where if damage gets cancelled, unlike Danmachi where it's burn 2, this is burn equal to soul. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with this, and I plan to try out some builds where I combo her with Yami Freyja, which we haven't seen yet. And this is what combos with that standby. It's also just not a very good card, but it's look how cute these two are. I love them. Moving on. Moving on, if I could get this one open. Ha ha ha. We have another different copy of Halation the War. We saw one with all block here. This one just has Makina and Reina. This Makina is nice because you can just, on play, ditch a card and salvage equal to a level of card you reveal. Very nice profile. And this is a beautiful climax. This is the climactic scene from Macross Delta. And the foiling on this, especially on, we have Yami Q-Ray in the back. So we have stuff in the background here. We've got them in the foreground. And the foiling is just really pretty. I really like this card. I've actually been really happy with the climax arts from Macross Delta. One of the complaints is like there's just so many different climax arts, but they all look so good. So I can't really complain. Another copy, shiny copy of this, which is something you play in a climax build, in a standby build. And here's Axia, that famous scene from Macross Delta. I was at a concert in Tokyo earlier this year, and they played Axia, had Kaname singing it, and they had this whole scene playing in the background. It was fantastic. There we go. We're moving on here still. And I'm probably going to start focusing mostly on the foils we get as we start getting through stuff. Here's another Hayate. He's kind of neat. Nothing else new in this pack because we've seen most of the cards in the set now, except for a few. Speaking of which, here's Silent Hacker, which is Reina's song off Valkyr Trap. Very cool. What's up with these packs when they this kind of distro? So Macross Delta is what's known as a premium booster. So premium boosters, as we saw in this box at the beginning, 6 come to a box, and there's 3 cards in each pack. So JoJo's was like this, the new King of Fighters set was like this, and the English Ruby premium booster will be like this, I think. So Silent Hacker is an anti-level 2 card, as well as giving one of your characters. And this character gets 2,000 if you have extra power. So Silent Hacker takes out characters bigger than it, just like our little hacker there. This is the this card is actually kind of neat because when you play it, you can when this goes to waiting room, you can mill top 3 if there's a climax on there. You can ditch it from hand and bring it to hand. This is really nice for increasing your deck speed and trying to hit climaxes. Very good card. Continuing on. We've got the shiny version of that Mikumo climax combo I was talking about. And this event here is actually kind of neat. You see some people play it in Slime. You can either give one of your characters 3,000, put this event into stock to boost your stock, or search for a character. Very good piece of utility. You're going to be playing Link, this very awkward event. And here, speaking of that event, here it is. You have to play 4 of this if you want to play the Link build of Macross Delta. But the Link build looks very, very powerful, so I think it's worth a try. If you can get to, when you pay 1, play this, either send this event to memory or draw a card. If you have 2 in memory, the cost becomes 0. And when 2 of these are in memory, all of your climaxes that have Super Dimension Venus, and if you'll notice, all of the climaxes except for the 2 soul have this bold text right like in the name. I'm just going to bring these up. Notice there's just this bold text just at the top that says Super Dimension Venus. So that means these all have the same name, which makes for very cool deck building where it doesn't matter what climax you play down after level 1, they all have the same name as long as they're in the waiting room. And, oh wait, Reina dumps your whole deck into the waiting room every turn. So you're going to get this whenever you need it. It's beautiful. And this, I really like the Yami Freyja card, so I'm glad I got shiny. First thing to note about her, level 3, 3 soul. And when you play her, you can either tap one of your characters to force your opponent to refresh with 1 missing climax, or check top if its character burn 1. Combining this with the Mikumo that can give something on cancel burn equal to damage makes a very spicy meatball. I think Yami Freyja is a really cool card. Deck Link is so cool. Yeah, I love it. And got another shiny version of Valkyr, which allows you to side without penalty, which you can pair very nicely with the Yami Freyja, especially if you're playing her with Mikumo. That looks like it's going to be a fun offensive deck. And there's actually a promo from Macross Frontier, and I'm going to have to try and source it, where you can pay 3 on play to give everything a soul for a turn. This Mirage, we've seen it before, but now we've seen it in shiny. Very cool. You can tap it to look at the top 2 cards. Or you can look at top card deck, rearrange it, and you can give something 2,000. Nice card. This Mikumo is very nice. It's a very easy early play that heals and is 10-5 until the end of your opponent's turn. Just a nice early play card. You definitely play it in pretty much most of your builds because it's also the only early play in Macross. We got another copy of this very beautiful. I love this climax art. I hope I get 4 in foil. I won't need 4 in foil because you probably play 2 in the Link deck, but it's beautiful. I love it. Got another copy of this beautiful Makina early play, and here's our next sign card. It's Makina.
We got the gays!
So we've got the gays.
Yeah.
We're getting really good pulls here. I'm very happy with what we've seen so far. Some people might be sad that I haven't seen a Mikumo, but I've seen my favorite characters, so I'm happy. 1-0 Serral Soul Pump is so easy to slot in. 100%, I just need to find it. Hopefully I can just do a Yuyute order. There's a few Nichijou cards I need as well. And it should cost like 20 cents. And we've got this is the 1-0 that becomes big and can return to your hand. Very good profile. We're going to have a very shiny deck to play at locals tomorrow, everyone. Although part of me wants to try out the very funny Ronka build. Got another shiny version of Diva of Abyss. I'm not going to play this, but it's kind of neat. And looks like we're getting close to halfway through the packs. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track. And we've got another copy of this Mikumo that is a power pump. Very nice. We're going to start moving pretty quick through here. 1-0 short. The Orbital Knights. So this is an interesting backup in a deck where you would actually need to protect characters. So the interesting thing is when you play it, you pay 1, and then you can blind stock. So it's effectively a free 2k backup. Kind of neat. And then we've got another shiny Max. And I just love what they did with this. It looks so good. Too bad the card is not. The fact that Max has no soul is so weird. He is the most soulful character in Macross. Because he has been on a ship with Basara. He's been married. He has 7 children. And more grandchildren. It's great. This is actually just a nice foiling on the soul backup. Rip Max, 100%. The guy has seen so... In his service of the United Nations, he's seen so much stuff. He's seen the entire universe consumed by a black hole. And then he saw one man's guitar rebuild the universe. Retired equals no soul. Maybe that's how that works. And we've got shiny version of Geriatric Beginner. And nothing else to really note on the non-holos here. So let's see what else we got. Oh, we've got a shiny version of that really nice Makina. So we can play that blinged out. The nice thing here is I think I'm just going to have enough from this case to try all the weird decks that I want. I know someone was wondering if I'd be able to build a second playset out of this case. I'm not sure. We'll see how things go. Yo! We got shiny Messer, and this is Messer on the beach before the Fateful Axia. But man, that's a nice, and I like what they did with the foiling again, where it's Messer isn't foiled as much, but there's more attention to the foiling in the background. Very nice card. A lot of these cards are just beautiful. Honestly, I love the work and the attention to detail that Bushiroad has when they make these premium boosters. Just very pretty, especially I love this card so much. And Alive is just such a cool scene. Honestly, the Zettai Live movie is really good. It's one full non-foil playset and one mixed foil playset, 2.25 playset if it really matters. And this is why we keep Kilua around, because he just knows stuff like this and is an all-around solid dude. So, thanks, Kilua. But chat, yeah, so anyone who's played Macross Frontier, Macross Delta, any idea of what deck you guys would want me to see me try playing? Do you want to see me try a Ronk first? Like, do you want me to see what Ronka Cross Delta looks like? Do you want to see what Link does? Or do you want to see kind of a more simple, traditional Mikumo smack deck? Because there's a lot of stuff that I see from just a very small amount of cards. I know we say we don't play this card, but this Kaname is very pretty again. I really like just kind of the different types of texturing on the holographics that they've done. Just a beautiful set. I always forget that I should bring water when I do these streams. Oh, here is the holographic Yami. Oh, my wife has water. Shout out to wife, shout out to water. Honestly, great day. I was actually at church today. We're doing faith formation around marriage, and one of the things that got brought up is the role of husband and wife is to get each other to heaven. And bring me water like that? It's really working. So shout out to wife. The Standby Ronka change train has to be believed. I believe in it so much. This card is also really cool. On play, mill 2 climaxes. If you hit a mill 2 cards. If you hit a climax, you can send one of your opponent's 2 or lower characters to memory. So you can just wipe out your opponent's standby fields in a hurry. And when this card's damage is canceled, it returns to your hand. Sorry, when your opponent is doing damage to you and it is canceled, you can return this to your hand. So you can cycle this card. It is a beautiful card. I think it's really cool. I'm going to put this card, I think I slot into my Frontier deck. It's going to be fun. There's just so much really ganky stuff you can do with this set. I absolutely love it. And here's a shiny version of the Total Valkyr Halation the War. And it's just got this nice space backdrop. Really well foiled. I was really looking forward to seeing this set. I'm glad that the cards are all good. And most importantly, they all of them look great. And they get to go next to my Frontier cards, and it's just a really good time. Here's another holographic version of that Climax Swapper, and we kind of actually see that we have some of the foiling around the text, around the designs in the background as well, which is really nice. Continuing on, we got another holographic version of this really nice defensive Freyja. Really like this at level 0. We got another copy of Axia and another holographic Silent Hacker. Very cool card. Oops. knocked a pack off my desk there. So I have to be more careful. Ho ho ho. And we've got another holographic Yami Freyja. Just a beautiful thing. And we keep going. And we've got a foil version of the Reina that is kind of your backup. Sorry, not your backup. It's your standby. One of your standby targets. Again, we don't play that, which is a shame because I do like standby. I really like this 2-1, where you can just kind of get rid of problem cards wherever they are on the field. So, again, you don't have to worry about Shakugan no Shana when you're playing your burns. Here's that link again, and another version of this very nice Kaname that can protect your characters on board. She is a core part of my Ronka deck as well. So, I'm almost feeling like I want to play the Ronka deck instead of the probably more meta pick. We have a holographic version of the Aerial Knights. Tissue des. Very important. Yeah, I guess I really sorry. Tissue des. I really shouldn't just be making offhand references to bonus content from the Macross Delta Blu-rays, but they were very funny. And in one of them, they're watching Walcure's tactical videos. And they introduce Makina, like kind of the Under Armour they wear, and it's kind a bit lewd. They all get nosebleeds, and for the rest of the bit, the two twins that you saw here at the bottom of the card, their family runs a conglomerate, and they always have something to fix a problem. They just offer tissues to everyone. Tissue this, and Bogue, the redheaded knight you see there, was like, no, I know what tissues are. This card, Freyja and Mikumo, is very cool. This is the sauce that makes Link work. So basically what you're doing is you try to get one, hopefully you get one Link in hand, then you flip over your deck, play this to salvage the other Link effect, play 2, and you are off to the races. Very, very, very good card. And if you have 2 and you need 2, then away you go. Oh, this is so pretty. So what we saw from the Axia is we actually have Messer. I'm just going to grab the Messer we have here. That's so nice. So we have Messer on the climax and Messer on the character. That is pretty. This set is so cool. I don't think I've been this happy with opening Weiss ever.
Not even Frontier.
I never technically opened Frontier. I bought a playset and then bought signs to fill it in. But yeah, Frontier I was really happy with. And then we got a shiny version of this Witchy Kaname. Very good card. Oh, we got a shiny version of the Kaname Climax combo. The other thing to note about the Kaname Climax combo that makes her really good is she has 1 soul, so you can pick her up if you hit a choice combo. Just a beautiful card. Like, honestly, for a 60-card deck, I'm surprised how many options it's given me. There haven't really been any bad cards. Here's that really nice Brainstorm that we got again. Just lots of good stuff to work with in Macross Delta. Has anyone kind of cooked up anything weird with Macross Delta in the chat? Oh, this is a really nice Econite borderline. This is, I believe, a title card. Sorry, a fan title. Sorry, promotional image for the first episode where we have Stowaway Freyja running after Mikumo. Just very cool. Man, I kind of want to go and rewatch Delta TV now. Oh, and we've got a shiny version of that 2-1 Reina. Very nice card. I'm planning to play it in my Mikumo deck, because it just kind of eases the stock burden on the deck, even though that's not a very stock-hungry deck either. I have a very nice Freyja. We like it. She's cute. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got Mikumo, and we've got a holographic version of Yami Makina. I think that card's so cool. Delta TV never lived up to the first episode. I feel like the movies fix so much of Delta, though. But then again, I feel like that's just kind of a Kawamori trait where the guy is a wizard when it comes to editing for movies. So even TV shows where they might have lagged at certain parts, the movies are just great. Oh, we've got... Oh, I didn't realize that you can actually feel the cross-hatching on the Mikumo that you bounce. This is a very cool card. Miko's opening one, and we've got another copy of the event in holographic. Sorry, of the event searcher in holographic, which is very nice. Yeah, we're going to try opening 2 at a time, because we're just got to get through this stuff. Oh, this is just that reverse, that anti-change remover. Very nice. Got that thing that allows you to side for free. Very cool. Oh, and we just saw another one of this guy. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, we still have a lot of packs to go. I talk too much, I guess. Very nice Makina. That is the Ricky. And we got a shiny version of the Freyja that chases on front row. I guess it's kind of funny that Freyja chases, given what she was doing. Agreed with the movies being better than the show. Much more focused and hits all the high notes. Yeah, putting Delta movie in the anime room for Saki. Oh, that sounds so much fun. I remember one of my favorite things that we did at SakinoCon, Victoria's Anime Convention, was we had the first 2 episodes of Macross 7 after we had the Frontier movies. That was really fun.
We still have the posters.
We still have the posters, too. We've got that Makina early play in shiny, which is really nice. Oh, and another different version of Cosmic Movement, where we have kind of the broadcast where we had the full concert set up in one climax. That's really cool. I love this set. Oh, and this is the 2 Soul Kaname. That's really nice. Got another Ikanai Borderline and another Messer. Oh, and that is a copy of the Yami Mikumo. Again, not great, but she's funny, which I think is worth saying something. But yeah, both Delta movies are great. I was kind of lukewarm on Delta TV for a long time, but then the movies just really kind of sold me on Delta.
Oh, so it's Yamikumo, not Yamimikumo.
Yamikumo. Yamikumo. There we go. Ooh, Yami Mirage. Oh, and we got another... sorry, Yami Mirage, it's just Mirage, and another full foil version of our main finisher. Oh, and another Axia. It's such a pretty card. And this is a very cool Mikumo. I'm not sure if Mikumo Makina. I'm not sure if you play it. Man, I am fumbling. Oh, and we've got more Yamikumo. That card we are totally going to play. All right, we are cooking. Another full holo version of a lot. Oh, and this card, something I didn't mention about it when we first opened it. This is the movie poster for Delta Movie 1. Very cool. Passionate Valkyrie. So if you haven't watched it already, I highly suggest watching Passionate Valkyrie and Zettai Live. And we've got... Pardon?
Viewing at our house?
Viewing at our house. Actually, yeah. I have them both on Blu-ray. I'd open my place for Macross Delta viewing. Then we've got another Kaname. Very cool. Let's see. Got another version of another copy of the Makina Ricky. That's like the Aqua profile from Hololive. Very good card. Actually, I'm not sure if Kilo is still watching, but do I get... How many signs am I expecting? Am I expecting 3 or am I expecting 4? Because I think those would be my 3 SPs. And we've got another copy of Cosmic Movement. But I got the signs that I was hoping for, so I'm happy. I'm a happy Timmy. We got another copy of this. Very cool. And we got this fancy boy Hayate. We like him. I've done a version of the Hayate cosplay from the first episode. Hayate's cosplays are very funky. You get 6 from a case. Oh, so we still have more hits to come. I am very happy. We've got an... I love this I love the climax art. I've said it like 16 times, but it's so true. It looks so good. But 6 signs, hopefully we get more big hits. I guess that means I could get 1 of each idol if I'm lucky. That would be kind of neat. And then I can put them in my center marker displays, just like this. Got another Makina. And here's the holographic version of the Mikumo combo that fills up your hand. And that is just, like, her pointing at you, that's very cool. If it helps, there's 20 in the set. Of course there's 20. This set is wild. There's so many arts. All the climaxes look good. Just an incredible set. And another copy of the Witchy Makina. Just a nice early play. Not going to set the world on fire, but it's just good. As much as I kind of like the small packs, it is kind of wasteful.
Yeah.
Like, am I allowed to note that? Look at my trash bin's already full, and I'd say we're 60% of the way through. And we've got another one of this really nice Freyja. We like that. Keep moving on. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got another holographic version of Yami Reina. This card is so fun. I'm sad that I don't think I have space for it in my Frontier version of the deck, but I definitely have space for it in my Mikumo Big Hits deck, because that one is light enough on stock that I think I can get away with clocking in some extra burns. That's such a cool card. And then we've got another Shiny Mirage backup. It's a nice little backup too. We like Mirage. Actually, I'm not gonna... Good things happen to her in both movies. So I'm glad. The 3-card packs are very annoying. The only part of the premium booster structure I don't like. Yeah. Got another version of this post. This is the movie poster for Zettai Live, where we have Valkyrie lining up against Yami Kyurei. Honestly, the only thing that it's a shame that Yami Kyurei came in at kind of the end of the life of Delta, because I love the Yami Kyurei songs. There's just something so... They do that electronica really nicely. We've got another Onyan no Girl. And we've got another one of the Axia combo piece. Very cool. See, move it on again. Oh, and we've got another copy of the Mikumo Riki in holographic. Just a very good card. Let's see what we got here. If I gave myself a paper cut opening packs, I would be very unhappy. Imagine just getting blood on your new cards. Yami have some strong... They really do. There we go. What else we got here? This Kaname... I really like this outfit. Actually, I think I like all of Valkyr's outfits. And there's some that are more difficult and more annoying to cosplay than others. But there's some, like especially the Cosmic Movement outfit, that actually looks pretty comfortable to cosplay. Oh, and we finally got our first shiny version of the Link event. Bloody sign for that personal touch. Does that affect resale value? I think it should increase it, honestly. And we've got the Freyja counter, which is a nice anti-change counter. A2, sack character. Oh, we got a Reina there. What do we got here? Ooh. And another version of... We have the signed version of this, and we've got another holo for it. Let's see what we got. Oh, and we've got a shiny version of the Link. The Witch of Link. Very nice Makina profile that we've seen already. Ooh. Very nice card there. What do we... Oh, and we've got the holographic version of that Drop Searcher. Ooh. And we're going to move over here some more. We've got... This is actually a card that I think I will play in the Macross Frontier one because I'm playing 4 standby. And that works. Because all I need is to play 1 standby to get the Ronka change chain going. Very funny. If I wanted to be absolutely degenerate, I could start from 1, but I think that's sorry, start changing from 0, but I think that's overkill. And I don't think it actually works that well. There we go. We got another Mirage backup. And another Link Reina. Oop. And we've got another nice Freyja. Yep. Another of the Reverser Kaname. Another Aqua Makina. See, the Cosmic Movement outfits, they actually look pretty nice to move, and they also have spats, which is a godsend during a convention, because, let me tell you, thigh chafe is not fun.
Speaking from experience.
Speaking from experience as Cheryl and Ronka. Got another one of these really nice Ventamagi. I always forget the right chart. Or is it Fumio? I think it's Fumio. I always forget the jargon at this point in the evening. Weiss jargon is a pain. Check our blog. And we've got another Makina sign. This one is of that really nice early play. Makina has such a cute signature. So I'm glad that we've got that. It's been a while since we've seen a sign. And then there's another Reina. And we're actually, I think we're down into the last 20 packs, so we're just kind of rounding out here. We've got another Kaname. That is the Honorverse Salvage that you can confer. Very nice card. We've got the Aqua Makina. Another one of these Kanames that lets you look for a 1 or higher. Got another nice Mikumo. Let's see what else we got. Got the Cosmic Movement Climax combo on Freyja, which is just a nice Climax combo. But yeah, I've been told that the Link stuff is dirty, so I think I can try that first, but another one of these Zettai Live movie poster cards with the funny text box. More Cheesecake Makina. Probably the lewdest card in the set, which is honestly kind of a nice thing. If the worst we could say is there's a woman in a bikini. The anti-change Freyja backup, very nice. Another fancy Hayate. That actually looks like a really comfortable costume. And I do like the Delta Flight windbreakers. Oops. Another Yami Makina. That's very cool there. So, yeah, we've gotten the whole playset and change, so I'm going to have some fun deck building, and I think Miko's going to have fun seeing some of the things that I cook up. Alright. right, we got another Makina. This one is the Ricky profile. There we go. Got another shiny version of the event. Another one of the 1-0 Makina that does some interesting stuff. And I think we're actually rounding into about the last 20 packs here, so the last 3 boxes. Let's see if another sign comes our way. Here's another copy of that movie poster. Another copy of the Mikumo Ikanai Borderline combo. Man, Ikanai Borderline was such a good song. I played a lot of that in Uda Macross. Did anyone else here play Uda Mac? It was actually pretty fun for a phone gacha, but I got done dirty by that game. Actually, I think I mentioned this on the Strictly Broken stream, but I got like top 25 in the world. Still got guaranteed 5-star. Didn't get the 5-star Cheryl. Got the 5-star Ronka. Then the game glitched. Gave me a second attempt. Gave me a second attempt at the roll. Still got the Ronka. And Sagittarius is my probably my favorite Cheryl one of my favorite Cheryl outfits. So not getting that is kind of lame. But, and that was enough for me to be like, you know what? I'm done with this gacha game. I'd also played Io Boite Imaska about 500 times in a 2-week span to get into that top 25. Oh, Axia event that Miko just brought up. I played a lot of Axia. Man, never gotcha. They get so... Especially the music ones get so grindy. Got another Reina. Got another Messer. I'm glad that Messer got cards. I'm a little sad. The one I'm surprised about is no Arrowad cards. Oh, we got another Kaname sign. So this is the Kaname fan box. So we have both of the level 0 Kaname utilities with signatures. And we can't really... There, that's better. Just a very nice pull. We've got another copy of the movie poster. And the Mikumo version of Cosmic Movement. Then the fun thing is you can just play... I think with most of the climaxes in this set, you can play just different art every time. Here's that... the card that makes the whole link thing possible just by easily being able to find events. And we're coming down to our last 10 packs here, so let's see if we find something nice in that last run. But at 5 signs, maybe not. Oh, we have a third Kaname sign. So I have 1 Reina, 2 Makinas, and 3 Kanames. Yeah, if... one of my buddies is a big Kaname guy, so if he was watching, he'd be losing his mind as I have stolen all of his Kanames. So if any of my friends were hoping that I might be able to sell them a Mikumo, well, I don't have any. So we're just going to round this out. We got another shiny copy of the Bounce, and I don't think I should see any more signs. So it's just going to mostly be things we've seen already. Wow, this is the Kaname case. And honestly, I can deal with that. We like Kaname. Axia is so fun live. And there's the 3-2 Reina. We've got another Max. And the card looks so cool. It's a shame that it's just not great. We've got another copy of Alive. I've been seeing a lot of that. I think I have at least 4 of every of the shiny version of the climaxes, so that's nice. Got another Geriatic Beginner. And this is our last pack. It's been fun opening it with you all. Let's see what we got. Yamikana, movie poster, and the Aerial Knights. So, that is all that we opened, and just to review the kind of the big pulls, well, we got probably a full play set of regulars, probably pretty close to a full play set of holographics, and our signed cards are 1 Reina, 3/2, 2 Makinas, both of them very playable, and all of the Kanames, which you will probably put in one deck. This very much was the Kaname case. So, without further ado, I want to thank everyone who spent the last hour opening Macross Delta packs with me. If you liked watching it, there's a lot more Wild Weiss content that you can come see, especially with Macross Delta, where we're going to be putting up opinions about the set. Set review is coming. I reviewed the set with Strictly Broken TCG as well. Check that out. And I hope to be posting more of my deck techs in the future. Other stream content from Wild Weiss includes our reaction to Macross Delta coming out, some play tests of different sets that Plat and I did, old school Weiss with Plat and I, and you can see our podcast as well with wonderful interviews. That's all on Wild Weiss. If you want to check us out for some more live action, hopefully we'll stream some of the monstrous decks that I come up with on Wild Weiss as well. So please keep paying attention to this spot. Follow us on Twitter at Wild Weiss, and just check out the Calgary Weiss Schwarz community. Am I going to a Spring Fest this season? Probably not. It's no secret that I'm expecting, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make Spring Fest. I'm expecting a child coming in early to mid spring, so unfortunately I won't be able to join you at Spring Fest, but there's going to be a little Igor to terrorize all of you. So, without further ado, this has been Igor Skwatzlov opening packs, and I will see y'all next time.